have to cut by sevens.
Oh, that's not nice.
Oh no, do you have to cut by sixes?
Is it
I
late?
have to cut by sevens.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I have to count by.
Also, thank you, Lily, for doing her job.
Or even counting.
Thank you, Phoenix, for doing his job. Thank you, Merced. Thank you, Emery, and Mila, and Elkie. What, Brooklyn? What were you doing in recess? So how about you just hang out and just stay calm? So
Just like
you're gonna sit down and you're just gonna maybe even massage it a little bit. That might help. Okay. Oh right, Phoenix and Katie, will you take 2 scooches up forward? Are you in your row? Are you in your column? It is. This is the one we are reading. This is the one we are reading. It was. Okay. So friends, we have a couple that are finishing up their math fact practice. Today, we are going to read Miss Nelson is Missing. What do you notice about their faces?
They're all like, where is she?
Where is she?
They're like, really.
They're confused. Maybe they're a little bit worried. Yeah, thank you, Morgan, for your quiet hand. About these 2 books? Okay, hold on. I just want you to think about what this book is right now, okay? Think about what do you notice about this book? Maybe at the title, like Miss Nelson is Missing. Abby, are you ready to join us? You can't see? Do you want to take a shot right now? Okay, come and join us. But Abby, remember you're facing forward, showing me your eyes and your ears with your hands in your lap. Voices off when the speaker is speaking. Brooklyn, yeah, what did you notice? Oh.
In the covers, they're not all the students, they're different ones.
They're different students? Ooh, that's kind of something to think about. But maybe they're older, yeah. So, look at this. So, the kids on the front, they're worried. Oh. The kids on the front, they're worried about the substitute. That's coming in. Miss Nelson is missing. That's why the kids are worried, right? So as we read the story, we're going to learn about this lady, Miss Swamp, and we're going to learn about Miss Nelson a little bit. And what we're going to do is, at the very end, I want you to be able to give your opinion of the main characters and give 2 reasons why you think that, okay? So we'll talk about it a little bit more. We're going to end up making a little chart, what we think about Miss Swamp, what we think about Miss Nelson, and then we'll be able to state our opinion. Katie, are you joining us back there? Can you see? I want your voice to be off. Okay. Make sure you show me your best 5-finger rule, okay? You same to you, Phoenix. I expect you guys to be able to pay attention and show me your best 5-finger rule. All right, are we ready to read? Miss Nelson is missing.
No, you're not supposed to say it like is missing. You're supposed to say is missing.
Miss Nelson is missing.
Yeah, so 17 minus 7.
The kids in room 27 were misbehaving again. Spitball. Let me restart. The kids. Oh.
Minus 7.
I will wait for all voices to be off, all eyes to be up here, and all legs to be crisscross or in a mountain or in a mermaid. Okay? I'm gonna read the story. Are you ready? The kids in room 207 were misbehaving again. Spitballs stuck to the ceiling, paper planes whizzed through the air. They were the worst behaved class in the whole school. Now settle down, said Miss Nelson in a sweet voice. But the class would not settle down. They whispered and giggled. They squirmed and made faces. They were even rude during story hour. And they always refused to do their lessons. Something will have to be done, said Miss Nelson. The next morning, Miss Nelson did not come to school. Wow, yelled the kids. Now we can really act up. They began to make more spitballs and paper planes. Today, let's be just terrible, they said. Not so fast, hissed an unpleasant voice. So, unpleasant means unfriendly, okay? So, hissed.
Not so fast.
Exactly like that, Phoenix. Are you ready? A woman in an ugly black dress stood before them. I am your new teacher, Miss Viola Swamp. As she rapped the desk with her ruler. Where is Miss Nelson? Asked the kids. Never mind that, snapped Miss Swamp. Open those arithmetic books. Miss Nelson's kids did as we're told. Arithmetics is just another word for math. So it's like, get out your number club. So that says, work to be done. Number 1, math. Number 2, poems. Number 3, English. Number 4, history. Number 5, geography.
What's English class?
English is kind of like reading.
Miss Nelson is back?
Yeah. Well, don't worry about that yet. We're just reading the story. So this is Miss Viola Swamp. To catch you up, Brady. She is the new sub. Miss Nelson is
Look
the
at
new teacher.
Since she's there, the walls are painted black now.
They could see that Miss Swamp was a real witch. She meant business. Right away, she put them to work, and she loaded them down with homework.
Okay.
We'll have no story hour today, said Miss Swamp. Keep your mouths shut, said Miss Swamp. Sit perfectly still, said Miss Swamp. And if you misbehave, you'll be sorry, said Miss Swamp. The kids in room 207 had never worked so hard. Days went by and there was no sign of Miss Nelson. The kids missed Miss Nelson. Maybe we should try to find her, they said. Some of them went to the police. Detective Mick Smog was assigned to the case. He listened to their story. He scratched his chin. He said, I think Miss Nelson is missing. Detective Smog would not be much help.
Call the police, the real police.
That's what they did. They called, he's a police officer, he's just a detective. Let's see what he finds out. Other kids went to Miss Nelson's house. The shades were tightly drawn and no one answered the door. In fact, the only person they did see was the wicked Miss Viola Swamp coming up the street. If she sees us, she'll give us some homework. She'll give us more homework. And they got away just in time.
What if it's Saturday? They don't get any homework on Saturday.
You know, Miss Viola Swamp, she's not afraid to give anybody homework, so am I then.
I'm not afraid to give
We'll
someone
see.
a.
Maybe something terrible happened to Miss Nelson. Maybe she was gobbled up by a shark, said one of the kids. But that didn't seem likely. Sharks, very unpleasant. Very unfriendly, right?
Sure. That makes sense. Very important. Goats.
Brayden, can you take one scooch that way? Give some personal space. Maybe Miss Nelson went to Mars, said another kid. But that doesn't seem likely either. They have a lot of crazy ideas, huh?
Yeah. How can she went to Mars? I have a crazy idea. Maybe she quit and went to the fire department. Yeah.
Maybe. Are you ready for the next page?
Yeah.
Show me you're ready.
So we had 11, let's count down.
I know! Exclaimed one know-it-all. Maybe Miss Nelson was carried away off by a swarm of angry butterflies. But that was the least likely of all.
Maybe she was.
Ready? Voices off. Show me your best 5-finger rule. The kids in room 207 became very discouraged. It seemed that Miss Nelson was never coming back, and they would be stuck with Miss Viola Swamp forever. They heard footsteps in the hall. "Here comes the witch," they whispered. Oh, here, let me try that again. "Here comes the witch," they whispered. "Hello, children," said someone in a sweet voice. Classroom looks a little bit different than in the beginning.
Wait, it just looks like at the front.
Put your hands down. I just want you to think about it for a second. We'll talk about it in a minute. It was Miss Nelson. "Did you miss me?" she asked. "We certainly did," cried all the kids. "Where were you?" "That's my little secret," said Miss Nelson. "How about a story hour?" "Oh, yes," cried the kids. Miss Nelson noticed that during the story hour, no one was rude or silly. "What brought about this lovely change?" she asked. "That's our little secret," said the kids.
What happened to what you think? Maybe
Okay.
maybe the witch got. No.
Ready?
Let's
Let's find out.
happened because she's right there.
Back home, Miss Nelson took off her coat and hung it in the closet right next to an ugly black dress. When it was time for bed, she sang a little song. "I'll never tell," she said to herself with a smile. Put your thumb up when you know what Miss Nelson's secret is.
I knew it.
Put your thumb up if you know.
Because didn't you look at the
Everybody whisper in the air, what was Miss Nelson's secret? She was Miss Viola Swamp. Oh, there's one more page. P.S. Detective Smog is working on a new case. He is now looking for Miss Viola Swamp. Is he ever gonna find her?
No.
No. So, did you notice at any time in the story any clues that kind of helped you?
There.
Raise your hand.
The page.
Raise your hand, Jacob.
The page when she's going on the page where the kids tried to see her.
The kids read the page. They tried to see her because where did they go?
To their house.
To her house, right? Phoenix, what did you think?
They should have guessed when to her. So that was a little clue because if they knew where her house was, then they would probably go to it, and that was her house. And also, I looked at at Mrs. Swamp and Mrs. Nelson, and they looked exactly like they looked really the same.
Maybe kind of same, maybe just different colors,
Yeah.
same shapes though, right? Jacob, you have one more thing to share?
And I think
Brayden, are you paying? Hold on, just a second, Jacob. Brayden, can you face forward, please?
How was she? I am.
Wait, I want you to show me your best 5-finger rule. Either legs in the mouth or crisscross applesauce. Eyes on the speaker, who is now Jacob.
Why would she have a pink house if she was actually like that really good? She was just trying to get the kids to.
Yeah, well, we have to remember what genre is this book?
Fiction.
Fiction, but it is what?
Realistic.
Realistic fiction, right? It could happen, but it didn't. No. Oh, Ellie? Yeah, Ellie, you have your hand up really quick. Here, you find it. I'm gonna flip this thing up. So, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna list some things that are similar, or some things about Miss Nelson and some things about Miss Swamp. We're gonna make a little cheat chart about opinions, since that's what we're working on in writing, right? And I want you to be able to give your opinion and 2 reasons why you think that. So, anybody have an opinion about Miss Nelson or Miss Swamp? Katie? Great. Please join us.
This swamp was like going to Miss Nelson's house.
No, that
Okay,
wasn't
so
her
that's not
house.
really an opinion.
Did we just read that book?
I was doing that.
Yep.
When she's walking back, I know why she's walking down that street because that's her house where she would be.
So yeah, so it's Miss Swamp and Miss Nelson have the same house, right? So when I say that I want to give your opinion, I'm looking for an adjective. Who can share with me what an adjective is? An adjective, Cedar? A describing word. So I would say that Miss Nelson is sweet. Yeah, I'll help you. Miss Nelson is sweet, and Miss Swamp is what?
Mean.
Mean, right? Those are pretty clear. Mean, she's rude.
And then the other one's Mrs. She's nice, Mrs.
Strict.
The other one's Mrs. What's her name? Mrs. Nelson.
Miss Nelson?
Nelson. She's nice.
Nice, she's sweet, and she's nice.
And she actually doesn't like take away something when they actually do something rude.
Respect, R-E-S.
Kind.
Respectful, kind.
Gratitude.
Is she thankful?
Yeah.
Is she thankful for her naughty class?
No.
No, she's not.
She's gratitude. That's
You just go on there and maybe take a spot at the table. Okay, Ashton, you had your hand quietly. Yes. Atticus, what do you think? Growth mindset? Yes, maybe. I'm thinking of adjectives. So she's kind, she's respectful, she's polite, she's nice, she's sweet. Miss Swamp is mean, rude. Do you think that she tells them what to do all the time?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Mrs. Swamp, she's disrespectful.
I love that word, Merced. What? She's bossy.
She's
Disrespectful.
Yeah.
Dis.
How long is this taking?
And she when the
O'Neill, do you have one to share? Katie, what do you think?
Miss Nelson is good.
She's good, right?
she doesn't be bossy just like Mrs. Swan.
Miss
Well,
Bossy,
they're
she's smart.
technically the same.
So, Phoenix, what do you have? Things you phrase in your hand.
They're, Mrs. Swamp is very bad.
She's bad.
She's
Okay, if you have something, an idea, please raise your hand. Okay. Thank you, Mally, for raising your hand. Unpolite. What about Miss Nelson? We don't know about her that much yet. But does she give the kids a lot of hard work?
No, she kind of
Miss Nelson?
she tries
Story hour? Jacob?
she tries
Jacob? Raise your hand. Okay. And then I would say, Jacob.
she tries to be nice to the kids so that the kids will be nice nice to her.
Yeah, so what's your opinion about Miss Nelson?
She does her best.
She does her best. That's really nice. So that was kind of a reason why. So you say, oh, Miss Nelson is nice because
She tries to do her best.
she tries to do her best. Okay. So there might be a little bit more ideas that you have in your head. After this, yes. There might be some more ideas that you have in your head. And I want you to get with your turn and talk partner. Ready? Go. Get with your turn and talk partner.
Okay.
So what? I don't want you to talk yet.
Wait, what is this? Wait, it's a three partner. It's a three partner.
Okay. Point to your turn and talk partner if you're ready. That's okay.
Ashton did bathroom at bathroom, so
Okay, point to your turn and talk partner. So you two are a partner? You two are partner and you two are partner. Mallory and O'Neill. Mallory and O'Neill.
So I'm
Or Jacob and O'Neill? Jacob and O'Neill, Mallory and Elkie. Okay, 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. Okay, so don't go back to your turn and talk partner, Katie. So what I'm trying to tell you is I'm just trying to get you in your turn and talk partner. Ready? Say. So the person, if you're wearing blue, you're number 1. So Ellen's partner 1, O'Neill's partner 1, your 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 partner 1. I know.
don't go.
Ready, Beckett? Okay. Everybody have their turn and talk partner, right? Everybody has a partner 1 or a partner 2. So, I still need your eyes and I still need your ears, friends. Brayden, I need your eyes and I need your ears, okay? Partner 1, I have this strip up here. It says, my opinion about Miss Nelson or Miss Swamp is that she is mean. So say, my opinion about Miss Swamp is that she is mean. I think this because in the story, she gives the kids lots of homework.
I love homework.
So, okay, I don't need your comments. I don't need your comments. That'll be time when you talk about it with your turn and talk partner, okay? So partner 1, you state your opinion about either Miss Nelson or Miss Swamp. Ready? Go.
Miss Swamp is because she gives a lot of the eyes. Yeah, it goes Phoenix Speed. You guys are
All right, partner 2's turn. Give your opinion. Okay, you two are here.
I don't get to talk to you.
Okay, so who's partner 1 and who's partner 2? Okay, so partner 1. So, well, actually, Katie's going to be partner 1. So, Katie, can you say your opinion about Miss Nelson or Miss Swamp?
She came back. Everyone is storytelling. It's good doctors to 12 kids.
She's being mean to all the kids, yeah? After this, okay?
My head's not. It's a migraine.
Stay right there, baby. Stay right there.
I've had a migraine. More about me. Okay.
1, 2, 3, all eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you. No, just go hit your
Oh.
head on it.
1, 2, 3, all eyes on me.
1, 2, eyes on you.
Who would like to share their opinion about Miss Nelson? Miss Nelson with the form. Mallory. So can you say this? My opinion about Miss Nelson is because in the story, I want you to use this right here, okay? And give me 1 or 2 reasons. Ready? Brayden, are you listening?
Yeah.
Because she does what? Right, you gotta give your reason, right? That's the whole reason why we did this. Because how does she show respect? How does she do that in the story? She tries really hard to do what? Brayden, will you go sit at a table spot? Katie, will you go sit at a table spot? Please go sit at a table spot. Ashton? So, Miss Nelson, my opinion about Miss Nelson is that she is the light. I think this because in the story, she gave the kids easy homework. Did she do that? Yeah, wait a second. Elkie, can you share your opinion? Okay, go ahead. I want you to say it loud for me. Abby? Thank you. Love it. I love that. Elkie's opinion about Miss Swan is that she is rude because in the story she gives the kids hard work and hard homework. Like that. Emery, you want to share your opinion?
My opinion about Miss Nelson is she is nice because she tries to help the kids she's nice to the kids even though they're not nice to her.
I like that. Atticus, you want to share your opinion?
My opinion about Mrs.
Because she gives her best work as a teacher. I love that. Phoenix, and then Jacob, and then we're going to wrap it up.
I think she was mean because she takes away story time. Story time.
Okay, so can you use the sentence trick to say that? And leave
My
a little bit less
opinion
silly.
about Mrs. Swan is that she stole story time.
Is that really an opinion?
In my opinion.
It might be a reason, right? So, my opinion about Miss Swamp is she mean, rude, strict? I think my opinion about Miss Swamp
Bossy.
is that she is bossy because why?
She took story time.
She took story time away from the kids, right? So, we have one more friend, and then we're gonna move on.
She said if you do something good, I will actually do something bad to you. That's not that. It's like the kids, if they're trying to do the rest. If they actually do something bad, she will actually do something.
Okay. Love it. Okay, everybody stand up. Yes, Ellie and Emery can go get the lunch tub. I want everybody at their table spots and put your head down. Everybody to your table spots and put your head down. And not yet. Everybody to your table spots, put your head down. Let's go. I'm just gonna have everybody. Put your head down. Brayden. At the count of 10, Leila, Jonathan, your head should be down. On the count of 10, I want you to pick your head up, put your folder up, and begin starting on your fact practice. I want it to be silent. I don't want anybody talking. When you're finished with your fact practice, it's time for number clubs at your table spots. Okay? Five, 4, 3, 2, Put your head up. Put your folder up. Get started on your fact practice.